So this is how you assemble the brackets on the lights. Like I said, there's pretty detailed instructions in there, but little bracket comes here, and you have a nut and bolt to mount to the housing that we're going to install in the bumper, and a Loctited screw on either side of it. So pretty straightforward. We got to do that for all four. So now that we got the brackets loosely built, we're just going to come in and snug up the what size is this? 4mm. Might be standard, but 4mm works. We're going to snug these up. Tight is tight, whether it's stripped or not. Alrighty guys, so got the fog lights all built. Got the little brackets built on the bottom of them, all four of them. And it's time to start moving on to mounting them in their brackets here. The really cool part about this kit for the 2020 Plus Super Duty is comes with this bracket where the fog lights mount right here, and it actually replaces the factory bezel, so you don't have to do any major modifications to the bumper, and it gives a really clean, like flush OEM type look. So we're gonna hop in here and start mounting the fog lights in these, and then this is going to transfer over to the bumper. All right, so I was getting a little ahead of myself here. They supplied this rubber, adhesive backed rubber here, and they want you to put that around the bracket before you install the headlights and before you install it in the bumper. I can only assume to reduce vibration and also damage to the paint around the edges of this bracket and bumpers. Alrighty guys, so with the rubber installation, this is what we ended up with here, just kind of bordering the edges to, I believe, provide protection against the bumper and vibration, like I said. But 10 out of 10, can recommend. The scissors are going to be your best bet when you overlap this here, to bring scissors through and neatly trim it across here. And a razor did help too for smaller areas in the corners where I couldn't, or the interior parts where you can't get the scissors in there. I can say this for sure though, Baja Designs, I don't know the popularity of this kit, it might not demand it, but a pre-cut template cut on like a vinyl cutter or something like that of this rubber material in a couple pieces would be awesome. It'd be a much cleaner install than having to hand trim all this stuff, but I guess this gets it done. It would just be one thing to consider if you're looking to improve this setup. All right, now that we got the lights installed in the bumper, you can see down here we got them mounted on the bracket and roughly installed on the bumper. We'll fine tune them later once they're powered up. It's time to figure out our wiring situation. This is where it got a little confusing because there was no labeling really on any of the wires, so kind of had to figure it out. So as far as the OEM fog light switch goes, our yellows are going to be our OEM. So we have two wires, or two adapters they want us to install. First they want us to install this anti-feedback adapter here. And then this is just an adapter that will allow it to plug into the OEM harness from here. So I'm gonna go on here, this, and then OEM fog light plug into here. And then for the inners, they're gonna be wired to an upfitter switch. So we have like a jumper splitter wire here that goes from that inner to this inner. So those two are now synced together, and then this one plug is going to hook up to our upfitter harness, and this is going to go up to the fuse box where we're going to choose which upfitter switch to go off. The way you can tell which one is the upfitter harness, because they're not labeled on the bag, is it looks like this on the end for your ground once you get up to the fuse box, and this one where you choose which one you're going to be, which switch you're going to be Okay, so since we missed the removal of the bumper, just so you guys know, these little tow hook covers cover the tow hooks right here, and you have to plop this plastic thing off, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts there on each side, and then there's one bracket on the back that I will show you guys when we get to it. But right now we got to level up the bumper and tighten this up. So this really works well best if you have a few people to give you a hand with it. So, nope.
What do you want to do?
Okay. No, that's good. Now if we plug this in, the fog should work. I guess, yeah. So before I took the old fog lights out, I put some pieces of tape on the toolbox there in front of the truck to show where they're aimed at. And I'm kind of using that for reference to make sure I don't get these too high, but we're just kind of dialing these in now. Okay guys, so we wrapped up this project for the fog light install yesterday on our 2020 Super Duty, and our camera equipment died near the end of the filming. So we're hopping in here just to overview the last thing that we did for this project. So once we got the bumper on, one thing I forgot to mention about the wiring on this is make sure that you put the harness that's going to go to the upfitter switch on the side of the truck that the upfitter wire harness is located in. I actually had routed it backwards. We put the bumper on there and we had to take the bumper back off, switch the wiring. And on the 2020 Super Duty, the upfitter harness is on the passenger side of the vehicle. So make sure you orient it properly. So I'm gonna show you guys real quick where we find that stuff. So right here by the battery, you're gonna have these two boxes right here. See if I can get up here. And down underneath this box in the back, this relay-fuse box, there's two clips in between the battery and the box. You push those and pull this up. And then you're gonna find a harness down here. It doesn't look like this when you find it. It is all electrical taped up and it looks black, so it might be hard to find, but you gotta peel all the electrical tape off of it in order to find all these harnesses. Then you have a label here that tells you which color is which switch inside the truck. So I did choose to wire it to number 1. This is our positive lead for the running, driving spot lights that are mounted down in the bumper that I routed the wire up here for. So I did clip that in here, and then you just connect the negative terminal to the battery right here. That's that. Our installation is complete. So the way we have it wired, the outers or the yellows, the fog lights will come on those operate with the factory fog light switch, these outer ones here, and then the middle ones operate with upfitter switch number 1. That's that. So really stoked on the install of this. The cleanliness of this design from Baja Designs is just on point. You don't have to do any drilling or cutting. Replaces a pretty much useless OEM housing. And the light output on those two, I didn't think something could get much brighter than the quad beam LEDs that come in here, but these two small squadrons definitely overpower even the headlights when you flip them on at night. So that's it. I hope this video brought some value to you guys. I hope that it helps anybody that may be going to install this, get through some of the hiccups that we went through trying to figure out which wires were what and what connectors needed to be where. So that's it.